Hello and welcome to GeekatPlay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, I want to look on some snow material distribution on the mountains, how the different type of the season can affect it. And I'm actually lucky enough to live in the mountains area, so from my windows, I see the mountains all the year, and I can see and observe how the snow layers is changed depending on the seasons. So I hope this will help and answer some questions. The first, we'll go create terrain in its procedural terrain. Okay, next we'll go to edit, and let's just create a simple mountain for this. So I'm going to switch to the terrain fractal, increase size. Let's multiplication, we'll switch to the 10 maybe. Okay, let's preview our mountain at this point. Also I want to take distortions, put it down. This case, okay, and maybe you know what? Maybe this is a little bit 10 too much. Let's go to the 6. Yeah, let's look better. Okay, before we close this, I want to create custom dependency, and we'll call this roughness. So connect to our rough areas. Let's click OK. And OK. So right here we have our mountain with some rough areas. So what's happening with the snow? When the snow first fall off, it's actually fall down on the rough areas on the top. So we'll go inside the material. Okay, let's click, have just only one layer. And I want this layer to switch a little bit to the darker color so we can easier see the white on snow on this. Okay, let's apply layer, and this will be just simple white. Will represent our snow layer. We'll set to 0. Next, we'll go inside transparency, pop-up global transparency 200, enable variable transparency, and we'll go to modify function for our transparency. One thing we need to create is external dependency, and we'll link this to our terrain roughness. Okay, if we connect straight forward right now, okay, so here what we have it, we have some apply, but it's not that visible. And again, it's applying not to the rough, to other objects. So what we need to do is add a couple filters. First filter, I want actually set opposite, and I want to create second filter. And in this filter, I want increase contrast. The also best way to do it's not just increase contrast, it's make these areas a little bit more kind of transparent. So let's look right here. You can notice right here we have it already white or snow apply on our roughness areas. And it's what happened when snow just fall out, fresh snow. It's actually in this area where it's warmer. On the flatter areas actually still be a bit warm, so the snow will apply first to the top, and of course a couple of things need to be okay. Let's modify it to here. Next, for this we need to go inside the environment. We need to go to altitude and be sure our altitude set relatively to C, so it will go across all other materials if we're using more than one just terrain. So we'll go right here and increase. Okay, so you can see at this point we have it nice snowing going here and a little bit less on a lower altitude. So in this way, it's when just first snow come up, you have it kind of going like this cover. We'll have it more on the rough areas. Okay, also depend on type of the storm from it's going, you probably want more add to the orientation. So, and for example, right here we have an orientation going more from this side, so your storm will going and less applied. But with the storm apply, we want have it less actually on the overall. Will just slightly density reduction only. So a little bit more wide on a side from which one storm coming, and a little bit less, but it still be covering kind of a little bit more accurate in this way. Okay, next things, if we from this one point, if we want to create also a longer term, what we need to do, we need to go back to our transparency. We'll go edit. Now we don't need opposite, so in this case the snow will stay a little bit longer, so we'll go to edit this one and now just bring closer. Okay, let's click OK. So in this case now we have it when the snow already was for a little bit longer time, and you notice we start opposite on the sharp edges where snow start kind of disappearing at this point. So this is one way. Next we need to go ahead inside the environment, and as well on this point, for example, if the south is this side, we need to actually increase amount of dissipation on the south side. Okay, let me make a little bit more distinguished. So you can see our snow more reside on a winter side, and south side we have a little bit less, actually a bit more maybe fuzziness, so it won't be that big distinguish here. Also the snow actually reside more on a higher altitude and less on a lower, so what we need to do is add additional layer for this. Okay, let's go set 0, but this layer we needed kind of more set to the top. Okay, let's go by the object. Okay, we increase this way, but also we need to add a little bit more transparency, variable transparency to this same dependency. So the thickness is need to be controlled as well. So in this case, what I'm doing, I'm just applying, but you will notice we need to increase a little bit more thickness right here on the top. So let's go to our add an additional filter. And modifying our filter as well. Okay, so we still have our slightly decayed on a peaks, but overall cover. So in this case, we have it a little bit better. Right here, we still needed work on environment. So same way, but not as much. But overall top is a little bit better applied. And again, this is kind of layers. This is going over all the small cracks kind of, and let me do just readjust this one slightly better object just to showing here. Okay, the one thing when we do by altitude, if we look, you'll notice right here it doesn't look very real because it's too kind of too smooth transfer, so we need it also have these layers, a little bit harder edge going. and mostly on lower altitude it will be a little bit warmer, so we'll kind of missing, and obviously colder up on top. And you know what, we applied to some transition to this effect, okay, which is going see a little bit down, but on top one should be always kind of have it more overlay. So in some cases you probably want to just add peak top with per white, and we're going all the way kind of like this. So in that case we have our one layer which represent cold top. Next we have it slow degradation. Now we have the snow only going in the areas, and the peaks or the sharp edges is where mostly was melted with the sun going on the side. And on lower altitude our snow dissipating even more. Okay, so in this way it's look a little bit more real. And of course we can just go ahead add green layer. Okay, representing our kind of plants. Okay, we'll just select. Okay, right here, let's select grass. And again, this is just examples. Okay, so right here you can see we have our mountains when we applied little snow, and this is more in a way how the realistic snow will look. We have it snow going in the areas between with melting. Okay, and let's bring our camera closer. So right here you can see in this area where snow will be melted first, and as long we go going higher on altitude, the snow reside properly on our sharp edges. Okay, so let's just finish this project till we're here. We're going to just adjust a few things on our snow. So I'm going to select okay, let me pop up this snow first. We'll go to highlights, make it bright, or highlight maybe semi-dual. I don't want to look icy for this. We'll go to effect and pop up on our ambient light a little bit higher. We'll take other one as well. So we'll go to highlights, make them bright. Okay, and we'll go at our top and make this look actually a bit more icy. For our effect, okay, we'll preview very fast. So you can see right now we have it better kind of look on our mountains. Okay, we can take our main camera, move maybe a little bit, so we can see better of the snow degradation with the positioning. From the sun. Okay, we can go ahead and just change our ground, and let's go work very fast on the atmosphere so we can complete this project. So something to look on this. We'll go to sun. Let's add clouds. Okay, let's bring them lower, and I just want to take density. Increase opacity and take density even lower. Okay, increase details slightly so we have an interesting kind of picture on our clouds. Okay, let's go to the sky fog. Because it's higher altitude, we'll increase mean of atmosphere and take decay slightly down, and pop up our ground fog a little bit higher, and readjusting. So let's preview. Okay, it's maybe too much of the glowing going on there. So let's reduce. Okay, we'll click OK. Let's take our main camera. Bring closer to our mountain. Okay, and I think we're ready to our final project. Again, this is just to preview how very easy way to create a fresh snow or snow that already was residing and start melting. And mostly with applying different layers, we can control all the position of our snow there. So let's click our final render, and our pause tutorial will come back when the render is finished. Okay, so right here we have our image. Let's preview, and you can see we have a nice snow layout on the mountains, look very real. And in other tutorials we'll also look on some other options to put it snow. Thank you for watching this tutorial from GeekatPlay Studio. Please remember, visit us on the site is www.geekatplay.com.